Okay, welcome to Command. So I've been with Command since the day it was born. So what you're getting in this basic Command Bootcamp class is from years and years of knowing the system and the platform so well. And I am just excited to be here with you all today. My name is Leslie Jackson, for those who don't know me. And Command was created for you. Do you all know that? Like, I think the biggest thing about Command is that you keep your data. Your data is yours. If you ever decide to leave, which I hope you don't, Keller Williams, you can download your data, keep your database, and wipe it clean before you leave. Okay. Not every CRM has that opportunity. They don't offer that. Why? Because other CRMs will package your data and remarket it, right? They get the carbon copy of your database. We don't. So it's super imperative to know that. Command is all your data. Nobody else has access to it. Not even KW support, right? So that's why we're super data driven and data protective for you. So that's why Gary was like, we have to own our own technology because we are at the war with data. So here we are. Command was created. And the really good thing about Command and really smart thing that we've done, that Keller Williams has done, is created the platform in so many different ways that we can pivot and add as much functionality as we need to for whatever changes may occur. I'll give you a great example that when COVID hit, like everybody was freaking out because they're like, well, we can't go and show a house face to face right now because we're in the unknown of this pandemic. So Keller Williams actually added a virtual option to the KW Home Search app within days. Not every brokerage can do that with their technology. In fact, not all brokerages own their technology. We are owning it because we want to be able to give you the best of the best, to add more functionality as we grow, and to be able to pivot and add things when you all need it for a pandemic, as an example. So yeah. And I want to give you a resource too. It's called answers.kw.com. So when we go back to the basics, we're going to go all the way back to resources, answers.kw.com. I'm going to put that in the chat. The other thing that I'm going to share with you is called ideas.kw.com. Both are going to help you achieve help articles, answers.kw.com. So if you need to get something done and you can't, there's so many different videos on the web, right? It's like, where are my resources? Here are your resources. Ideas.kw.com. That is a great website so that if you're like, man, I wish we just had this one thing inside Command that would totally change how I get things done, you can go add your idea to that website, because guess what? The tech team will go to that website and see who has all the ideas tech, and you can vote on ideas based on what you want. And the more votes on ideas on that idea, the tech team will take it to heart. Literally, they will mastermind about that idea. And then if it's like a nationwide, majority rules thing, they're going to actually go and build it out inside our tech. That's how cool our technology is. So 2 resources for you, answers.kw.com and ideas.kw.com. Just repeating myself because this is being recorded. Not everybody gets to see the chat when we do place up the recordings. Speaking of recordings, I'm going to share with you that this is the Eventbrite page. So go find us on Eventbrite, Keller Williams Realty, Colorado region. We have all of our upcoming events posted there, as well as our KW Colorado YouTube page, which is where I will be uploading all of our recorded classes of mine there. And you can come back and rewatch it how often as you want. So there that is. And then all of our regional rallies and other things that are being recorded are posted here as well. When you head to playlists, you'll see mine, KW Colorado Tech classes. And then there's our regional rallies. Okay, so I like to give you resources, tons and tons of resources. So Command, you'll see that this is the dashboard when you log in. We've again created this platform so that you can literally customize your real estate business however you like. Meaning everybody lead gens differently and everybody follow-ups differently. Those two things are very subjective, right? Like Paul, you might be an open house person. Libby, you might be like an events person, like you always want to create those events, or you're always calling your database, or maybe you're not calling, but you're texting, right? So there's all these different subjective ways to lead gen and follow up. And yet you can do any of that inside Command. Like any business that's even coming over to Command could be, you can utilize this platform for. So this is called the dashboard of Command. And you have different ways to see what matters most to you. Now, this dashboard is a zoomed out view of your business entirely. So it's going to give you how you are compared to where your goals are. It's going to give you recent leads of who has been visiting or submitting their information to your website or home search app. It's going to give you all the tasks that need to be completed so that you don't drop the ball with any of your leads. And it's also going to give you a database health score based on how many phone numbers and emails and addresses and neighborhoods you have on your database. It's also going to provide a product update section, which is I absolutely love, because it's proof from the pudding that we're always updating our technology. And all these different things can roll out actually quite often that we're like, wait, what's new in Command? This is cool. So that will give you the running list of what's new and this week's updates. On the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see Denver downtown. I'm actually a licensed agent there, and yet I'm a regional tech trainer. So our home office is the KWDTC office. But the cool thing about this is that your home office will display here, and it will display KWRI events as well as market center events. Okay. All right. Most active and hidden. Most active means the people who have been clicking around on your website, people who are communicating with you through your database. There are different types of data points that Command collects in the background, which is another reminder that Command is an intuitive CRM. Okay. An intuitive CRM means the more data that you provide it, the more data it will provide back. So it's really a big loss if you're not utilizing Command or putting smart plans on your people or checking in on them, right? The more that you provide it information, it will give you a synopsis back, like most active. Some of you might be looking at your most active right now and being like, wow, I've got a list of most active people. Where is this coming from? Well, it gives you clues on who to call. This most active list will also be from, again, a smart plan, a recent home search. Maybe you put somebody on a home search. Maybe it's a text message thread that you and this person have been communicating back and forth about something. And it will give you all these data points in the last 5 to 7 days. The disclaimer is you need at least 5 data points in order for that person to be in that most active section. Okay. At the very top of the screen, you'll also see leads never contacted, recently active, birthdays, and anniversaries. The more information you have on your people, the more you can build that rapport and build trust in those relationships. When you do have information like birthdays and anniversaries, it will provide how many people will be coming up in those two areas. If there was a number here and I clicked on it, it would then literally take me to that list of people that have birthdays in May. And then you can text them, you can call them, you could put the birthday smart plan on them, which I highly suggest. And the same thing with anniversaries. All those past deals, make sure you go in right away, put their closing date, put the home anniversary smart plan on them, because it will take into consideration that date for next time. Cool. And that's where we start creating automation and systems in our command. And this is just the beginning. The other thing that I want to show you too in this section is this customize button over here in the far right hand of my screen. If I were to select that, it's going to provide a list of things that I could see, not see. I could take my cursor and drag and drop things in the order that I want to see first. Maybe I want to see the recent leads. Maybe I don't really want to have my sponsored events or my notepad, whatever it is, making those changes, hitting apply, and then having it reconfigured. So the most active, I believe the default is down here at the very bottom. So that's why my screen looks probably different than your screen. You can customize it the way you want. What matters most to you? All right, before we move on, do you have any questions about this section? Did you learn about something new? Yeah. Paul, what did you learn?
Well, I keep seeing my profit share and I didn't want to see that. So I turned it off just now.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Whatever floats your boat. All right, moving on. Quick tip, far left-hand side of the screen in this corner, you can click on that KW Red logo and all of these things pop out. So here are all the experiences that are in command. And I'm going to go through one by one so that you can just know what's at your fingertips. The biggest thing in command, if I was a brand new agent, just joined Keller Williams, or maybe I am an agent coming from a different brokerage over to Keller Williams, and command is of course offered to me. The first step that I would absolutely take is getting your contacts into command as soon as possible. Okay, because your database is your data bank. Database, data bank, tomato, tomato, you get the idea. The more that you put your contacts into command and place smart plans on them, you will see and have a conversion. That's what we're looking for. We're converting those people, those METs, into a referral. You should be able to find a referral or a past client or somebody that's ready to buy or sell. Okay, and this is all coming from the MREA. So did you know that command was actually emulated from the MREA? We are trying to achieve everything that Gary has taught us from that amazing Bible. I call it the Bible of real estate. And so contacts in right off the bat, have them tagged right off the bat. Tagging is what will open up your doorways to not only pulling up a list and communicating with them right away, but your future self will thank you, because you want to look back in your past to know, how did I meet these people? Where did I do business with them? What was my lead source? And how do I communicate with them in the present so that I could be top of mind in the future? That's what we're really trying to achieve here. So the more information that you have on people, the better, so that you can build that relationship, and then they know you, like you, trust you, hire you. Okay, so tagging, even if you don't know them, tag them, you don't know them. Because we want to focus on our METs first. You want to focus on your METs first. So when you have a database, you import them here. Import button is to the far right hand side of the screen. You can bring in any CSV file with headers on that CSV file. Just make sure that every single thing is separated, meaning first name and last name are separated. You have a column that has a tag system in that CSV file. You have emails, phone numbers, and ensure that that's a cell phone number or a landline number, right? So there's a little bit of things that you need to consider as you import a CSV file of your own. You could do that if you if you would like. And yet I always recommend to download this template right here. So see where it says download template? We download that template so that we just literally copy and paste our people into the command template. And once you bring it over into this section to upload your contacts, it doesn't take too much time matching fields. It'll already match those fields for you, okay? Now, quick pro tip, I'm gonna share if it's beneficial. Would it be beneficial to just kind of learn about that template? Yes, no? Okay, perfect. I'm just gonna do a quick share real quick, just to benefit anybody that is also watching this recording. That this template is, the biggest thing is to not mess with the headers, okay? Yeah, don't mess with these headers, otherwise it's not gonna come in. Do you guys see my CSV screen?
Yes, but you want to delete that top line, don't you?
No, actually.
Oh, but it screwed it up when we were importing a list of imported
Oh, really?
yeah, that top line is advisory. It totally jacked me.
It messed you up, huh?
Yeah.
That's really interesting. That's the first time I've heard of that. Okay.
Maybe it's just me. It could be a me problem, but I don't know. It was bad.
That's really good to know, Libby. No, thank
Yeah.
you for sharing. Absolutely, thanks, because that helps everyone. So disclaimer, this first top row could be something that doesn't work. And yet there are a couple of things in here that's really crucial. Is the cell phone or home phone primary? You're gonna just mark yes. And the reason why is because when we import contacts with a primary cell phone, a primary home address, and a primary email address, all those things take into play smart plans automation. Okay, so make sure that you mark yes on each one, and then your tagging, your tags column will be in here. Let's do tags here. Get rid of this in column A, V as in Victor. And you're going to separate, each tag with a comma. So buyer, comma, seller, comma, open house lead, or whatever it is, right? Otherwise, the tag will come in as one big import, one big tag, which would not benefit you. Would be terrible. Okay. So just a couple quick tips there. And the other thing that I want to mention too is if you have if you reuse this template over and over again, you have to rename it over and over again, because if you don't rename it, it will not take the same titled spreadsheet twice. Okay. So quick tips.
What are you using to open that? Is that just Google Sheets or something, or the template?
I have Excel on my computer, so it just depends on what you have on your computer. You have different options to open with different softwares or applications.
Okay.
Yep. If you have numbers, that's fine too. All right. Contacts in, tags are on everyone. Crucial. Make sure those two things occur. Primary phone number is marked yes, as well as home address, email address, because this is all going to take into play for a smart plan. So I'm going to just, let's go back to contacts. Let me go to my fake contacts. All right, we're going to go to Joe Schmo. So Joe Schmo has, their first name, last name. They don't have a phone number. They don't have a neighborhood. And yet, if we were to go in and add more information, I'm just going to give you a quick example. We're going to head to additional information. And then down below, we're going to go to a primary address. So I'll just put in Littleton. Great. Now, pause there. This is when you don't have a primary address for someone. You could still place them on a monthly neighborhood nurture, so as long as they have an email address. if you don't have a primary address for somebody and you have an email address, doesn't mean you can't put the monthly neighborhood nurture on them. You just go find a location somewhere on the map here in Colorado. Okay, so like maybe I know something about Paul. Paul lives in Golden. I don't know exactly where, so I'm just gonna put Golden in this section, right? So that would just be an example. I'll just hit save. The reason why this is important is because now you'll see on the left-hand side of the screen that it automatically pulls in this map of downtown Littleton. In this example, I use Littleton, and it also has suggested neighborhoods around this section. So I'm just going to add these suggested areas so that Joe Schmo gets as much information on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 neighborhoods. Okay. That is why you want to mark your home addresses as primary so that you don't have to go and do this, what I just did. It's an easier button. And yet not everybody has home addresses. So this is the solution for that. Make sense? Okay, hope I was super simple and clear there. Now, we always want to make sure that we have as much information as possible. Primary email address goes there. Primary phone number goes there. Why is the information important also about primary address? For labels and printing labels, okay? There's an about section, there's a custom section, and there's custom fields. Custom fields are interesting because now we get to be really purposeful on data and information on our people. Here's an example. My team and I have a pie giveaway every single Thanksgiving. And in our database, we want to ensure that everybody has their favorite flavor of pie in their contact record. Pumpkin or pecan? I like both. You can actually create a custom field that has pie flavor on it. Create as new. And I'm going to say a text field, create custom field. So I'm going to say pumpkin here. Save. Now, anytime that I pull up my sphere of influence, I know that Joe Schmo loves pumpkin for our pie giveaway. These fields are really important because now you have more information on your people. Okay, so use custom fields for that extra kind of special information, especially when it comes to like a closing day. Like, right? It's like, oh, I know he loves pumpkin pie. He could have pumpkin pie all year round. Maybe I go find him a pumpkin pie somewhere in this area and give it to him at the closing table, right? So we take these little bits and pieces of information to have that wow experience, to provide that service and or just touch for our people. Okay. Now, I promise you I'm going to get to smart plans. So just stay with me. On the far right hand of the screen, you're going to see AI summary. This is brand new. We added artificial intelligence in just recently to Command. That artificial intelligence now will provide a summary on this person based on the activity that is occurring. Like I had mentioned before, intuitive CRM, the more information we have, it's going to provide back. And just kind of like Google, this is sweet, right? Like, doesn't this feel like I'm in Gmail? Because that's what Gmail and my Apple phone will provide me, a summary of all my notifications. So that's what this is. And you can give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And you can learn more on where this AI summary is being pulled from. I'm not going to get caught in the weeds there because this is an overall arcing, like, Command 101 class. Okay. All right. You'll see smart plans, tasks, notes, and safe searches. You can add a safe search to anybody in Command. Did you know that? Like, how cool is that? Your MLS is always there, and yet having your people live in your world is going to benefit you and your client because now you guys are connected. They can heart a home. They can tell you they want to tour it all through the home search app, which I will be teaching this month. So come back for that class. And you get to see what kind of activity they are up to in your safe search. So you're going to say create safe search. And it's literally like the MLS. You could search by neighborhood, zip code, city, school attendance zone, or a custom mapping. I could draw on the map, just like the MLS. I'm going to select this and I'm going to draw just this section in that area and hit apply, because I know that's where they want to live. And then you would just literally go through the price point, the amenities, the property type, all the things that we would do in the MLS. I could title that search. Primary email for Joe Schmo. We'll put mine. I could add on send email notifications as soon as a home comes on the market. I can provide a daily summary, a weekly summary, a bi-weekly summary, or a monthly summary. And then I'll create it here. Okay. So that's an example of create a saved search. I point this out because not a lot of people know about it. They don't realize it. And if I were a brand new agent, I would be utilizing it so that I could stay top of mind and then just show off our technology. It's awesome. Okay.
Question?
Yeah. Hi. Yes.
So will they see your saved search on their app? Like when they download your app?
And it'll say agent save search. And then the timeline will show your activity that you saved a save search, or you created one. I didn't save it, so that's why you're not seeing it right now. But it will also show that you yourself, the agent, created that save search. If and when the consumer creates their save search on their end, you will also see their save search and consumer here. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Let's head into smart plans. Great question. So I skipped tasks because this coincides with smart plans. And because this is a 101 basic command class, I like to start it here. You'll see my smart plans and library. Here are all of my personal smart plans that I've used and created. So my screen's gonna look different than your screen. I'm gonna head to library. Library is where you can find all of the smart plans from all over the nation and globe of Keller Williams. I like to say this is our culture built inside our technology, because we're sharing recipes, we're sharing the follow-up plans on what works with our databases all across the globe, all across the world. So you'll see smart plans in different languages in here. You're going to see smart plans based on how our brains work with lead generation and follow-up. There's a featured smart plan list up top. And then down below, there's a Keller Williams section. I like to always start somebody here that's brand new to Keller Williams, and no matter where you are, because these Keller Williams 10 smart plans they could be placed on anyone on a database, in a database. They're foundational, they're basic, and yet they could add up to be 36 touches. Okay. I'm going to select see all and just show you that there's a bi-weekly neighborhood nurture, the 8x8, the quarterly call. Go read through these things. And yet anytime that you download a smart plan, you'll hit add smart plan. Download. Mine's grayed out because this one's already downloaded. You could always rename this to however you like. Download it. It will then automatically be added to your smart plan library. So think of these as templates to use. Always edit first. Always preview and test it on yourself before you add it to everybody on your database. There are some agents that forget to take their name out of these smart plans and accidentally be sent to somebody. This literally just happened like a couple weeks ago. Somebody was like, I am not in Texas. My name is not Roberta. I'm like, where did you get the smart plan? Did you edit it? No. There's Roberta. Roberta's name was on the whole thing. So that's why I always encourage you all to edit, then test, then add. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna go through these too much here, but I will point out the biweekly neighborhood nurture and the monthly neighborhood nurture is where we place that smart plan onto that contact that has that neighborhood already, that widget that I just showed you, where we added all those neighborhoods in. That's where this all comes into play. Okay, so we're gonna head back to contacts. We're gonna go to Joe Schmo. I've added the monthly or bi-weekly neighborhood nurture. I'm gonna select smart plans. I'm gonna say add to smart plan. And then I'm gonna type in monthly. As you can see, I have tons of smart plans that I use all the time. And then I'm gonna do my monthly neighborhood. Oh, I don't have an email address on Joe Schmo. So make sure you have an email address, right? So then you're gonna select it and it's gonna deploy, okay? Let's go look at this and let's go find me. Oh, let's go to all contacts. By the way, smart views is something that I'm gonna teach you here next. So it's really important because this is where we can add groups of people. So here's a great example. I have my neighborhoods. I'm gonna head to my smart plans and there's my monthly neighborhood nurture. It's active. It will even tell you when it was last active or when it was first executed. So this was executed on the 21st of April. I can deselect it and remove the smart plan whenever I want. Okay. So that's how you would add a monthly neighborhood nurture or any smart plan. I'm going to walk you through what it actually looks like again. I'm going to select it now. The really cool thing is I could start this monthly neighborhood nurture now, or I could start it on a specific date, which is really cool. So like if there was a holiday, okay, 4th of July, I could create my own 4th of July email newsletter that says, Happy 4th of July, Independence Day, amazing. Hope y'all have a great weekend. I could start it on a specific date, click on the calendar, and then literally go find the 4th of July. I have read the TCPA and confirm it, and then it will deploy on that day. So that's really cool. I'm not going to go through smart plans at a deeper level. Again, this is Command 101. Do the basics. Keller Williams 10 smart plans. Go through your people and add at least 36 touches on them. A lot of people have said, well, I want to do a 36 touch, but what does that mean? Is there just one 36 touch smart plan? Maybe you can go look at that. But yet the biggest thing is, who are your people? What do they need? How do you build relationships with them? We all have different types of communities that we're connected with, right? There's a church community, there's a pickleball community, there's a gym community, right? I can name all these different types of communities. And that's where smart plans are really up to you to say, who needs what? Who needs what kind of communication? Who needs what kind of value that's dependent on who they are? I had the privilege to teach and train a PC group here in Colorado, an ALC group here in Colorado. The biggest question from them was, I need a high level smart plan. All right, high level, real quick, I'm gonna get back on my horse. High level means I need to nurture my people, I need to know who they are, and then I'm gonna put a smart plan on them. There is no magic button that says, here's a smart plan that will convert all the leads in the world. No, you are converting, you are picking up the phone, you are staying in front of them, you are dripping on them through these smart plans, but getting face to face with them is the name of the game to convert as well. Okay. So that's high level. Smart plans are nurturing and building and helping you build those relationships. All right. So Keller Williams, you see that there are 10 of them, start there. And then all you'll do is just add how many touches are going to get up to 36 or 40 touches. Okay. 2 touches there, 7 touches there. See how that adds up? There's 4 touches in the birthday smart plan. That's amazing. All right, you guys get the idea. You could search by smart plan author name or description. I'm going to head back to contacts. I'm going to teach you a magical trick that has helped and that will help you identify and group your people. Importing contacts, tagging them, placing smart plans on them, and grouping them, or also known as segmenting them, okay? So as you can see in my smart view area, you'll see a lot of different named groups, okay? A lot of different named groups. These are all the people that I know in the Keller Williams time, the time that I've been with KW, okay? Here's how you do it. I'm going to clear out my name. We're going to head to filters. PS, you have to have all of your tags on in order for this to work, okay? That's a disclaimer. We're going to head over to tags, and then I'm going to type in, let's do open house. Okay. So I have all these open house tags. Let's do a different one. Let's do CYC, command your conversion. Since I teach in that group, shameless plug. All right. So here are all of my CYC people that come and join my classes. I'm going to say create smart view. Then I'm going to name my smart view. And I'll save it. So now anytime that I go in to my smart view, I could pull up this group of people. Make sense? So buyers, sellers, past clients, your community groups that you're involved in. Libby, I think of you. Gym people, right? So you're like tagging all your gym people. You're going to save them as a group because when you go to communicate with them, it's going to be different than a buyer or seller or a past client. The verbiage is just going to be more about health and wellness, right? Okay, that's just a simple example. So go and create as many smart views as you can on your people so that you can delineate who they are, add the smart plans on that they deserve, and go start making your phone calls. Okay. All right. Smart plans, tasks. Now, real quick, tasks are associated with smart plans and by all means associated with any one-off tasks that you create on your people. So birthday card for Brandon Jackson. Well, that's because I have his birthday in. I should have wished him happy birthday in 2023, right? I'm just trying to make light of this. So your tasks are associated to some of these smart plans. So make sure that you're paying attention to your KW command app. We're not always sitting in front of our desk, right? So KW command app is huge so that you can go task by task. You can talk about if you've completed them or not. You can create a priority on them, high or low, right? Do you see that? So go explore that task section and get real purposeful with what you need to get done by creating a new task. You could do this again on KW Command app. Create it, link it to a contact, link it to an opportunity, put a priority level on it, high, medium, or low, put a due date on it, which is amazing. You can actually have a repeating task, which is another update with command. Like I can put on every single Thursday that I reach out to my hot lead to ensure that they love their home search. Do we need to update it? Do you want to see any homes this week? Whatever it is, right? Okay. Moving on, referrals. There's a referral applet in here. once you start building that referral agent to agent database, you can actually track your referrals. You can grow your network through here. You can actually see a map of where all referrals are in your area, as well as the nation. You can pull up market centers. You can see everybody's name on the far right hand of the screen. You could select this filter, and you can even, let's say I want somebody with at least 10 transactions underneath their belt before I send this referral out. Get real clear with past experience, etc. Okay. You can search by city, zip code, all the things here. But what I will tell you is, let's go back to map. There are referral patterns in here. Referral patterns will tell you how referrals are being sent out and how they're being received in. Now, these data points are just for KW agents. This is not like broker agnostic, right? Like, this is solely for KW agents. Now, but the beautiful thing about this is I can say who is receiving the referrals. This is the auto placement is Texas, because that's where we are in Austin. But let's just do a demonstration in Denver. Ooh. Tucson, Arizona, Prescott, Arizona, Scottsdale, a lot of AZ people. We have Anchorage, Anchorage, Alaska. Lots of cool sections. Now, how can you use this data to your advantage? So many different ways. You could put up a Facebook ad as being that relocation agent. You could be networking with other agents to become referral partners in those specific areas, because those are the top 5 ones, right? 20% in Tucson, Arizona. You got a seller that is on the fence about, you're going through the interviewing process. Maybe you're not the first in the door, but maybe you're the second in the door to do that interview. Let them know that you have referral data information that you could place ads in across the world to attract buyers to come and live in Denver. You have the best technology. So lots of ways that you can use this information. All right, I'm going to zoom through this because we are heading up to the top of the hour here. The opportunity section, if I were you, I would do it in this order: contacts in, smart plans on, opportunities created. Those 3 things are going to really set you up for success. This is your value proposition zoomed out and all the way zoomed in. We created this digital pipeline for you so that you could not only track your deals all the way to the closing table, but you can cultivate, set appointments, and learn what your conversion rate is. Okay. Now I have a whole class on opportunities. This is going to be like the tip of the iceberg teaching here. So when we look inside the cultivate section, you can rename these areas. So cultivate is a phase. Underneath are the stages. So phases of the timeline of the lead, stages of that timeline in those phases. Make sense? So how do I cultivate somebody that's 1 to 3 months out, 3 to 6 months out, 6 to 9 months out, or 12 months out? What do I do during the appointment phase? I connect with the lead, I schedule the appointment, I meet with them, I get them signed. When they're signed, they turn into active. What happens when they're listing? I have a coming soon campaign. They turn active. They have a price drop conversation. We present offers, so on and so forth. Now, where can you customize these titles? Up here where it says stages and checklists. So I'll select stages and checklists. And this is where you can edit these stages. And then you're going to create to-do lists for every single stage. What do I do when I nurture somebody? I call them, I set them up on a smart plan, I send them a thank you card, I create a Facebook ad, I send them a marketing packet, and then I follow up. See how this is all subjective? Our brains work differently. Put your brain in here. This is basically saying, what's your to-do list on every single person, and create that as a system so that every person gets touched that way. And that's how we learn how to convert, where our areas of opportunity are in training and conversations, right? Okay. I won't even go into client updates today just because I have limited time, but that's where we take it to the next level. We're proactively letting them know what was completed when I told them that was going to occur when I was going to sell their home. Did she ever create that Facebook ad for me? Yes, I did, sir. Done. The system will automatically send that email out. Okay. Go learn more about that at answers.kw.com. Okay. Campaigns. Facebook ads, Instagram ads, direct mail, scheduling social posts out. You could do that, but this is only to Facebook and Instagram. So no other additional, like, TikTok or YouTube. So just those connections there. Reporting is great for goal setting. Reporting is also great on how many emails were sent out, how many text messages were sent out, how many calls, your open rate, your delivered rate, any people who unsubscribed. All that information, you could click on details. There you go. Designs is like Canva built inside our tech. You can create anything, email, social, or print. And that's a whole different class. Oops, not sure why not. That's not working. Let's try that again. Create design, we'll do email. Okay, so you can create email templates in here. Another class. Go check it out. And then websites, that class was taught last week. I'll upload that today. Okay. Last but not least, you're going to head to settings. And the biggest thing for a Command 101 class that you absolutely need to know about is how and where you sign up and connect your DocuSign, your Facebook for scheduling and ad sets, your Gmail, if you want any of that to be connected, and emails will be in the timeline of that contact record. Down below, you have your Instagram, your social media. I don't have Google Calendar connected just because it will show the event, but it won't, it displays like kind of way too much information in the timeline record. So go try it out. The other thing that I want to point out is that you have command email. So you get 5,000 emails every single month for free inside Command. If you go above that, you can go subscribe to a small subscription for more emails. And you do that by the marketplace section. Okay. Twilio. That's how we send out text messaging inside Command automatically. Cool. So go sign up for a number. And then lastly, that's most important, is when you head to connect settings, your marketing profile needs to be completed. So you have your photo, your logo, your information. That's weird that that's not generating mine. Huh. Could be a little glitch that we're experiencing with Command right now. Okay. Your photo, your logo, your information, your bio, any affiliations, right? All of that you want to input, because all of that will talk to smart plans. It will talk to your website. It will talk to anything marketing. It'll even talk to your design library.
On the logo part.
Yeah.
If you have your, like, I'm not on a team or anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I have my own logo. I can put that there. It's not your market center logo or anything. It's your own personal one.
Totally. You can put your personal logo, but you do have to have your DBA logo up there just for compliance reasons. And if your DBA logo is combined with your logo, that I think that still counts, but don't quote me because I'm not compliant. But your center broker.
Where's the DBA? logo thing?
Down below, it says Market
For the
Center.
market center, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Contacts in, tags, smart plans, opportunities. Those 3 things will set you up for foundational success. Put people on a 36 to 40 touch, smart plan recipe, but be on purpose. Don't just do it just to do it. Make sense? So the name of the game is building rapport. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for coming today. Again, my name is Leslie Jackson. If you ever want to reach out, let me know. If you have any issues or need just any tech support, it's lesliejackson@kw.com, and it's LESLEY. And I hope you all have a great rest of your week and a great weekend.
Thanks, Leslie.
Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
All right, bye.